Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Justin here, Steinmetz Family Farm. As you notice, I'm wearing some different clothing, and I'm not at the farm show. Little Taylor's being stubborn with her tube feeding. Little Jessica Rabbit, she's also going down that rabbit hole. That's not what I meant. But regardless, I am back at the farm. I'm on my way to Tractor Supply right now because I need a couple of supplies. To take care of these animals. It's a lot of work for Andy, and we have a lot of volunteers back at the farm show, so I didn't want to put all of the burden on Andy's shoulders. After all, it is my farm, and he's been doing an amazing job with what he can, but it becomes a little overwhelming at points when you have all of the farm chores and just a few sick babies that you also have to take care of. So I am going to get run over by a ginormous truck in just a second. I should probably back up. Hello, is he gonna let me back up? Oh, jeez. Holy crap, that was close. That's the first time my adrenaline has ever gone up. I couldn't go any further. There was somebody behind me. Whew. Okay, so Tractor Supply's next. I want to get some pelletized dewormers for a couple of the goats that I feel like need dewormed. I have oral stuff, but I really do like that pellet stuff. Also going to get another bag of those pelletized dewormers for Cinco. Cinco, the cow, the black and white one that lived with Uno and Chuck, he's looking a little skinny again. Last time we had dewormed him, he came back really strong and healthy, but after his traumatic experience at the auction house and on his way to slaughter, I feel like he got a little stressed out, and maybe if there's a parasite load in there, it might be taking over his immune system right now. So I want to give him some extra attention as well. Tomorrow's the big day. Between 11 and 1, Chuck is getting on the trailer. Well, not the trailer, he's getting on the chute where they're going to tip him up sideways and do all the stuff. I am at a stop sign. What am I doing? I shouldn't be filming videos while I'm driving. All right, let's get to Tractor Supply, buy a couple of things. It's just not my day. It is just not my day. Yes, you are looking at my door handle. This goes down here to let me out. It just snapped off. I can't believe that. So I'm gonna roll the window down, open my door up, and then roll my window back up. I have to put the key in for that. Oh man. Is this how it's gonna be from now on? Hello in there. How am I gonna fix this? Another day. So it's warmed up. It's 28 degrees. The wind is kicking pretty hard. Let's go in here and grab what we need. I think Chuck and Cinco might like these. Let's start with that. So if you come inside the store and you're looking for a dewormer for your animals, you're going to see the main ingredient on a lot of these things by Safeguard is fenbendazole. And all it is, there's different amounts in here, 0.05. You're going to see it for cattle, goats, horses. But if you're looking for something that Safeguard doesn't treat, this here, Dumar, this will take care of your homunchus. We've seen that in our fecal results before, and that seems to take care of it. And the basic dewormer I am going to use for Cinco is right here. That is with the fenbendazole, Safeguard fenbendazole. You can also get it in a liquid form like that right there and oral drench them. But sometimes I find it's much easier to just let them consume it. Another option for dewormer is Corid, which is typically an oral solution, or you can add it to the water. But they do make a pellet form of that, and I've had good luck with that as well. So what I'm going to do is actually dual deworm Cinco. I'm not certain exactly what he has. So Cinco is there. He's getting all sorts of treats. Some random stuff for a couple of goats. This is a new one to me. I actually haven't used the goat balancer. I've used the Mana Pro that has 16% protein. This has 20% protein. So for anybody that's looking a little lower on their body score, this seems like it's going to be a good option for those ones. I want to let you know you're not going to know exactly what to treat for unless you go get a fecal. However, I've been dealing with the goats for so long, I'm pretty familiar with a couple of types of parasites that float around my farm. So with that in mind, I don't get fecals every time. I treat them and I watch them. And if there's no results from what I'm doing, I will go ahead and get fecal results and then move on from there. Oh, this reminds me of Chuck. His horns are about the same size too. One other thing you probably didn't know was they took all of the antibiotics off the shelf last year. So the only time you're ever going to find penicillin or oxytetracycline in here is through overstock. And if you want to get it for your herd or animals, you're going to need to know somebody, or you're going to have to get a vet prescription, which makes it horrible. It makes it very difficult and very expensive. All done? Yep. I'm gonna use tap. You know what's strange? I go into public wearing these dirty clothes and I actually feel more comfortable than I do wearing nice, clean clothes. I've spent too many years on the farm already. I also don't like to clean my truck too often, especially in the wintertime with the salt. It's just so much. I've got one more stop to make. I'm gonna hit a regular grocery store for some baking soda. If Taylor has floppy kid syndrome, then some bicarbonate might actually help. I know we have a little bit in the kitchen, but I want to make sure. Oh, I just realized I don't have a handle anymore. But I'll go grab some before I head back to the farm. I'm here. This is where I'm going to get my baking soda, but I just realized I can't get out of my truck again without rolling the window down. My goodness. Dumb. I left the key in the ignition this time. It's tempting to walk by all that candy and cookies, not to just grab something when you're hungry, but I'm not gonna do that. Where is the baking soda? Flour, sugar. No, we don't need any marshmallows. Okay. Oh, there it is. Perfect. A little bit of caffeine. Everything. Yes, I did. But you've never seen my license plate on my truck. There it is. Time to head back to the farm. I'm gonna need to prioritize what I want to do when I get back. Lunchtime feeding. I did not use milk on Taylor or Jessica Rabbit because if it indeed is floppy kid syndrome, the simplest cure is this baking soda. So I'm not going to give them milk for 12 hours. They're going to skip their milk and get this baking soda. And hopefully this evening's bottle feeding's late this evening. I'm going to do, when I get back, I'm going to do like a mid-afternoon baking soda tube feeding. And I'll show you guys that. And I'm also going to do that this evening. And sometime around midnight or 1 o'clock, I'm gonna have to go try the milk. If they're not accepting of the milk at that point, I'm going to wait till morning. Real quick as I drive by, this is where I'm gonna rent the horse trailer from, or the cattle trailer. This is Stony Creek Rentals. They have a livestock trailer that I can use to transport Chuck to Texas. So that's where I'll be picking that up from, because the little trailer that I have is not intended for a ginormous bull. This is my barn. This is a 60-foot by 120-foot barn on 36 acres. I have a beautiful herd of goats. I have sheep. I have cows. Well, a cow. I've got donkeys. And of course, we've got Chuck right there. Hi, Chuck. He could jump that fence if he really wanted to, but I don't think he wants to. He knows we're here to help him. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is go to the office with the baking soda and take care of Taylor and Jessica Rabbit. Tomorrow when Steve gets here, this trailer has to move and he needs to bring in this big rig. He told me he needs 14 foot of clearance. So I'm not sure how we're gonna make this work, but he has some cattle panels that we can use to direct Chuck into a certain area. Were you just drinking? You're dripping now. Hi, sir, how are you? Ooh, okay. Yes, I am just saying hi. I am not trying to get too close to you. I love you. I'll see you a little bit later, okay? We're gonna hold off feed for the rest of the day because I don't want him to, I want him to be able to be motivated by some food. Notice his horns are not affected by the electrical shock. His skin is, but his horns are not. And he's smart enough to know better too. Aren't you? Are you following me like a lost puppy dog? I wish I would have brought your medicated feed, buddy. I would have given it to you. So this is Cinco. He doesn't look too bad at all, but he looks just a little skinny. So that's why I got that medicated feed for him. So I'll take care of him afterwards. I want to make sure I take care of the baby goats first. Can you let me in? Notice how much smaller he is. He's a Holstein. He's not a Jersey slash cross. Maybe an Angus. I don't know. All right, bud. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. The only downfall to having him in here is his ginormous poops. Right? It's your ginormous poops. I don't have anything for you right now. I will, though. I hear you. So I'm going to use this right here. I use my teeth to kind of make this little... Where's my camera at? It's over here. I use my teeth to make this little indent at the tip of the syringe. This way I can place the hose right over it for the tube feeding. You stretch it on over and then it doesn't slide off. Not sure if you can hear Chuck. Chuck, I hear you. I'm going to use this little bottle with some water to mix together the baking soda. I actually don't have a spoon out here, so what I'm going to do is just pour it until it falls into the bottle. So we have some baking soda in here, and we're going to mix it up with some water and shake it up really good. There's the baking soda and there's the water. We're going to give it a mix. And I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. This way it's not such a shock on her system when it goes down. I did 15 seconds and that seems to be pretty good. Again, I want to clarify that she doesn't have any other symptoms. Like she doesn't have a fever. She doesn't have a runny nose. She doesn't have diarrhea. These symptoms are presenting as floppy kid syndrome. So much so that she just peed laying down instead of standing up. So I think that she definitely has the FKS, and that's what we're going to treat for, hoping that it works. This is the part I do not like, but it has to be done. The tube is just long enough to reach her rumen, which is her first stomach. And we got to try to get her to swallow the tube. Listen, I know that grinding sounds horrible. I always try to keep the tube to her left side of the mouth. I'm not sure if that's just... Come on. Okay. If she coughs, you know you're going down the wrong pipe, so you try again. You slowly work it down there. Once you get past the opening in the back of her throat and it starts to go down, you know you're in the right spot. See, it's sliding down there smoothly. Okay. All right. Because when I look at the camera while I'm doing this, I'm using the camera as a tool. I'm using the camera as a tool for me to see what I'm doing. I do not hear breathing coming through this, so I know I'm pretty well in the right spot. Chuck is not happy. Alright, girlfriend. Stop moving, please. This is frustrating. Again, like I say, I do not like doing this. Make sure it's very well mixed. Alright, we have a little bit in there. I'm going to just go for it. This is also going to hydrate her. Now, what we're going to do here is just hold her up. And watch it start to go down. See it dropping? Going right into her belly. We're letting gravity do the work. Good job. I'm going to give her one more dose here. All right, Taylor. Shh. Okay, sorry. Watch, it's going down. It's going down. Good job, girlfriend. Good job. Okay, it's coming out. Oh, burps. Okay. So at dinner feeding, we'll do the same thing with this, and then hopefully by midnight she's going to start feeling a lot better. Oh, there you go. You burped. Good girl. I can definitely feel her stomach like filling up, and you can smell her burping. I'm going to give her a baby aspirin. I do have stronger pain meds for her, but she's so teeny. You hear the burps? The burps are working. I know. There you go. Good girl. So I'm going to do a little baby aspirin. And she'll probably chew that up. Don't spit it out now. She's attempting to spit it out. We got most of it in there. The baking soda is actually filling her stomach up. It's reacting with the acids in her stomach and filling her belly up with air. So I'm massaging her belly and making her burp. I'm assisting the process. I'm keeping her in an upright position so air rises, you know what I mean? What you probably don't know is bloat is not, when you hear a goat that has bloat, that is not that they ate too much. It's a blockage in their esophagus. Goats off-gas naturally from their rumen. That's their first stomach. It's like a big old composting chamber. and they need to be able to burp in order to get that out. And if there's a blockage in the esophagus or there's too much froth in their first stomach, it does not allow the air to escape. And that is the bloat. Then all of a sudden, their rumen starts to expand like a balloon, and it puts a lot of pressure on their lungs and their heart. And that's how they pass away so quickly from bloat. So a very easy solution to bloat is to use a surfactant. There is a bloat treatment type thing you can use. But tubing them, putting the tube down into their rumen to allow the air to escape. And then using the surfactant, the liquid surfactant, to break up the foam or break apart the blockage in their throat. Baking soda is also another option. But if there is a blockage in the throat, you need to make sure that they can burp. So she doesn't have a blockage. She's burping just fine. And I do apologize about the grinding of the teeth. I know it's not the most pleasant sound. So I'm going to continue to massaging her until she keeps burping. And then we're going to pray. And we're going to hope and pray that this works. Good girl. Oh. Feels like you just ate a whole bunch of McDonald's, doesn't it? See, another burp came out. You're going to be all right. So it's actually happening with the baking soda, the bicarbonate that goes into their stomach. It's reacting with the low acids, a low pH. It's called acidosis. Now it's Jessica's turn. She's in the same situation. She has no suckle reflex. She's pretty limp, and we're gonna try the same treatment. And she's pretty much the same size as Taylor, so we're gonna use the same size tube and everything. Let's stop for a second. Let's regroup. Regroup. Okay. Nerve-wracking. I really just... Go ahead, start burping now. Okay. All right. You stink. Yes, you do. You stinky girl. Any more burps from you? Notice she's already doing a little bit better with the grinding of the teeth. I think the aspirin is starting to work. You got this, Taylor. You can do it. I want to see you pull through. I think a lot of the burping is subsiding, and now the pH is evening out. And after dinner time feeding, and then tonight, I'm hoping to see a big improvement in her floppiness. Hi, Jessica. How's your belly doing? Not as much burping from her. Not quite as much burping from her. What do you got on your face? I'm just going to keep on burping. Next is the dewormer. I only have 2 goats I'm worried about on the farm. Guys, I want you to realize I have 200 plus goats. We're always going to have something like this going on, especially since most of these young guys aren't even from our farms. I'm just showing you the nitty gritty, the ins and outs, the real deal. We have 114 goats, healthy goats at the farm show, and we have about another 100 out there in the feeders and on the property. So there's always going to be a handful of goats with some special needs. Sorry for the pink light, the red light. So what we have here is Taylor snuggling up, and then this is Demi. Demi drinks the bottle like a champ. She's just in here because it's warm. Right here is S'mores. S'mores is the one that we're a little worried about. I want to make sure she gets some extra feed because she has a cold. I gave her antibiotics earlier. This is our med charts right here. I want to see if she will eat some of this medicated dewormer. Good girl. Good girl. She's a very, very pretty goat. It'd be a shame if anything happened to her. What are you doing? Did you really pull all of the cans out of the trash can? Did you really do that? You're gonna hurt yourself. So all the billies look pretty good. What are you doing? He's even got the bag out there. All the billies look pretty good. Sam's just a little skinny. He's still got lots of energy. So we're gonna give him some of this dewormer. Just him. Just him. Very important not to deworm anybody unless they have symptoms. And his symptoms are that he's just skinnier. So I dosed it out in the office and I put it in my pocket. And then I carried it over for him. Good job, buddy. Sam, he's our man. Queso. What do you want? I'm not giving you any pirate. A little pirate. Wow. Alright, Sam's is done. And then your treat again in like 3 or 4 weeks. Frosty, why are you in the feeder with Oreo? Bad habits, bad habits. Hey, pretty girl. Alright. Cinco's next. Guys, this is not for you. No, not for you. Get. Shoo. This is for Cinco. So this is Cinco's corner of the barn. Oh my gosh. This is why I don't like bulls inside of my... I don't like any bigger poops in my butt. Stop. I'm gonna hyperventilate. Get off of me. Okay, guys. This is not for you. I'm giving it to him. Shoo. Here you go, buddy. This is for you. This is for cows. This is a bovine dewormer. Put your tongue out and eat it. Put your tongue out and eat it. I'm trying, but you suckers are getting it. No! Go away. Here you go, buddy. There we go. Now he's eating it. Oh. Oh, this is so much fun. Down. I'm gonna mix it with some of your favorite grains. You don't need it, Chucky Poo. You don't need it. All right. I'm currently mixing it in my pocket. I wish Cinco would stand up. It would make it easier, because then all the other little guys wouldn't be able to reach. Come on, Cinco. Why don't you stand up? There it is. Got to get most of it. You got to get most of it. Somebody jealous that you're not getting all the attention right now. Huh? That's a shadow. That's my shadow. You don't have to bark at my shadow. Hey, where are you going? Oh. All right. Well, he'll be a work in progress. We'll get him. Ow! Stop that. And you, naughty. Oh, welcome to the show.
Join the show just after 7. Watch us in our animal heaven. Wake up with goats and chicks. Come feed the cows all their grain mix. Join the show just after 7. Take a head count, 9, 10, 11. With the crew, come take a pic. Just watch for the cows 'cause they might kick.